Hello and welcome to a brand new week of the Writing Diaries, the editing edition. How are you doing, you amazing human beings? How are you? Are you alright? I am tired. I'm running on low energy today. It is quite late for my original plans. It's nearly 11:30. I did house and life stuff admin this morning, and yeah, that kind of ate away into my morning a little bit, but it's fine because I feel like I got the things that I needed to do done and they're off my to-do list and stuff, and I can now focus on the editing and the writing and things. So my husband was on I think he called it a mid shift, but to me it's late, so he didn't leave till 10 o'clock this morning. So we had breakfast together and I walked him to the tram stop, and then I went to the supermarket to get milk, bread, cereal, essentials, because my husband was out of cereal and we're not going food shopping until the end of the week. So just to get the essentials covered to get us through the week, and it feels good to get it done and off my list. I'm tired. I'm flagging a bit now, to be honest with you. My energy is in a it's not a slump, but it's just low energy, definitely low energy. So at some point I'm most likely going to end up on my sofa, but I'm okay with that. I think I would maybe end up on my guest bed, but it's a bit of a mess. It's just a little bit of a mess. So where are we at now? So my plans are to meet my desired deadline, which isn't going to happen now. It is not going to happen. I literally have like 8 days to meet my deadline, and I just do not think that's going to happen. But we'll see. We'll find out. My calendar's put something in and I don't know why. My plan this week is to spend 4 days this week focused on editing at least 2 chapters a day. That is my main focus and priority for this week. It is something, so long as my mental bandwidth is there and I'm not in huge, significant amounts of pain, I plan to spend a couple of hours every day, touch wood, editing project. And I think I've kind of figured out that if I do 2 chapters a day, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Ooh, that should really work. That actually should really work. I don't know how I've managed to do that, but I have actually managed to do that. I was just, I have 4 days this week. And I'm just like, can we do this? Let's see, let's try. So that'll be the first round of edits. And then I'll see how I feel about whether or not I want to re-edit myself or send it to someone to get edited, and what we're going to do. So I've got my trusty lemon and ginger tea. I'm very fond of this mug at the moment. It's just a really light porcelain kind of mug. It's from Wilko's. It was a gift from a friend, but I'm still having that pain in my hands and wrists and like start of my forearms, so it's a light mug for me to pick up and use. And I have some grapes left over to snack on this morning snack, because I didn't have them with breakfast. So I am going to switch my chair back. I thought I'd try my stool in here to see if this would help, but it's not. I don't think it's working for me. It's a bit too short as well, because I'm a short ass to start with. So I'm going to go back to my chair. I'm just trying to remember. We got up to chapter 5. We did chapter 5, didn't we? Yes, we did, because I was saying that I've managed to end chapters 3 and 4 with the last 3 words being "and it's yours," and so I ended up adding it's yours to chapter 5 and making it make sense so I could add it as well, not just randomly added it, but I've done it so it's sensical for everything. So chapter 6 edits, tea, grapes, change my chair because this is actually very definitely not comfortable, which is fine because it was just a trial to see if it would be. And I can't remember what else is on my list of things to do today, but there's other things I know. But spend my morning until lunch doing this. So let's go and see how much we can actually get done, what we're betting. Generally it's roughly an hour a chapter. It has been an hour a chapter roughly because brain fog. So let's see if it's going to be the same or not. We had some extensions of some plants and I repotted them, but I don't think they're surviving. Maybe being on this windowsill is not the best idea. So there were some flower seeds in there, but I don't know if they're going to take. That is an offshoot of the spider plant that we have 2 of, which was the second one was an offshot of the first one, and this one is an offshot of the second one, but it doesn't look like it's taking very well. And then this was an offshoot of one of the aloe vera that we've got, and as well that looks like it's dying too. And I just don't know if this window gets really high sun in the mornings, if it's just a bad spot for the plants to be. And I've got 2 empty ones because I was going to maybe do an offshoot of another one, and I was going to maybe look at getting a little flower plant or something to go in there, or another succulent or something. But yeah, it doesn't look like it's doing very well in here, sadly. So, an hour and a half in, my calendar, my watch, everything's been beeping at me to tell me it's lunchtime. I've had 3 beeps. I think it's 3 beeps, at least 2 beeps, if not 3 beeps, to remind me that it's lunch and to take my break. And so that is what I'm gonna do. As I said, an hour and a half into it. I have literally, I think, just gone over by like a minute because I finished the chapter. Just 1 chapter. It took me an hour and a half to do 1 chapter, to edit the 1 chapter. I don't know if that's good or bad. It feels fine because, like I say, I'm doing this silly little thing at the moment where I've noticed that repetition in the previous chapters, and now I'm adding it to the ones that if I can add it, I'm adding it. So I've just spent probably quite a bit of time doing this, adding this bit at the end to make it work. And I'm kind of glad that I did, because I was down, I was minus 300 words doing it, and now I've added another 300 words, but I still have a bit to take out. I'll show you some bits and stuff as well. I really like the little bit that I've done at the end. I've also, instead of it being like a run-on sentence in places, I've just done it as like, so it kind of looks a bit like a list maybe in a sense. Which is ironic because I say in this chapter, It doesn't have to be a list. And then I kind of like, here's a list, and then I've made it look like a list at the end and stuff as well. Anyway, my biggest pet peeve, can I have a little rant? I think I was going to do this the other day, and then I completely, like, my brain just floated away on the thought just floated away from my brain. Is I use Readsy to draft and edit my books on, because I like the goal and insights function on it. So you can see, you can put in how many words you're roughly estimating you want the entire book to be. You can put in the days that you're going to write, how many words that you're going to write. You can see, like, there's a circle that tells you the percentage of words written, and then it tells you how many words you've actually written for the whole thing. It then tells you each chapter how many words there are. It tells you how many minutes reading each chapter is and stuff as well. I just really like it. I've mentioned it before in other videos. You'll see it in every single video pretty much, in editing and writing and stuff. I show you the word counts and everything, so I've shown it plenty of times. However, the last time I was editing my book, and this time it keeps crashing on me. It says it needs to keep reloading, and I'm like, why do you keep reloading? Because when it's reloading, I lose where I am in my editing, and I'm like, shit, where am I? Gotta go down, find the right place. And then sometimes the bits that I've either re-added in or I've made some edits to, either reverting back to the way they were literally just before it reloaded. No, sorry. Basically, it's making changes to the things. So I've written something, and then I'd written something, it reloaded, and then it came up in like header 1 text, and I was like, why are you like that? You were just meant to be like paragraph texty words. You weren't supposed to be formatted or anything. And then the other thing as well is that when you're pressing the return button, it indents every single time, and I don't want it to indent. I haven't seen in the settings if it can show you how not to do that, because I'm just like, it's just faffing time, procrastination time, and I don't want that. So I have done one chapter. It's taken me an hour and a half. I've got another chapter to do. What was I going to show you? If this is a good angle or not, but I really like this bit that I've written here. So instead of it being all like a sentence like this one is, where it just goes all on, I've like done it like a list, even though like some of it is a list and some of it isn't a list, and I just like it. And then I've ended it with, and it's yours. But I still have a couple of segments in here where I have just gone, there we go, like, I think I'm going to delete that text, but I think that's going to be for the second round of edits, where I just read through the whole thing, because right now I'm undecided. But yeah, I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? Can I not see that? 301 words written, and like, as I said, this is why I like it, because you can see how many words you've written, how many words you've removed. What I have done, I don't think I said that. I'll maybe save that for later on this afternoon. But I am edging further and further towards this goal, which it felt like this feels like a better length of a book, a short book, non-fiction book for me than this. So I'm really hoping we can bump the words up some more as we go. So like, for example, if I write like, hi guys, and then I press return, it indents. And the only way to get it to not indent is to shift and return. Every time it just, unless you shift return, and I'm like, oh, do I bother spending the time to figure out the settings, or do I leave it? And the reload thing, it's only happened once today, but it happened like 3 or 4 times the other day when I was doing it, and it was so frustrating and so annoying. And it's like the downside to using a program that isn't just something that's already on your laptop, that doesn't connect to Wi-Fi, so it probably doesn't need to keep reloading and refreshing and connection issues and stuff. But like I say, I like the way it shows you all the insights and your goals and things. So yeah, anyway, food and drinks.
Stole her body. They raced deep into the desert, taking Anaxunamun's corpse to Hamunaptra, city of the dead.
That actually feels really good on my back. Being at an awkward angle. Can we say done now? Not can we? We are saying done now. Done. I have literally finished. My brain's gone. That's another reason why we're saying done now. I have edited those 2 chapters. I have no idea if we're plus or minus words or what the words counts are. I'll put them here, maybe somewhere around here in this little space. If we're plus or minus, because I do not know. I know chapter 6 gave me headache. Technically, it's the hair clip in my hair that gave me headache, but I struggled with chapter 6. So when this eventually comes out and you read chapter 6, oh, my camera's telling me that things at a weird angle. If you end up reading chapter 6 and you like it, please let me know. And if you don't like it, don't tell me. I'll be very grateful for that, ironically. And I'm just, yeah. And then I was like, oh, so we're doing really well. We're on track. I just checked my calendar and my timetable and stuff. And we are on track. Everything's gonna be fine. The only thing is, the next 2 chapters have not been written because I mentioned a week or 2 ago that I had different thoughts, that we've kind of pivoted this book as we were just about to go through we were getting towards we're at the final chapter, and I just had thoughts to kind of like pivot this, and doing that has given me ideas for a couple more chapters, which will hopefully bump me up to the total word count, because we're still, I haven't done enough today to be able to say that we're definitely close or up to 15,000 words again, so we're not. So that is the part of the goalie section bit. So yeah, tomorrow may be an interesting day where it's not editing, we're actually writing from scratch again, but making it try and go and blend and fix. So we'll have to see. Like, is it, I think there's 3 chapter ideas I got for the idea. My husband just texted me. I've got 3 extra chapters to add in, which will, let's just round down. I know we're over 13,000, but let's just round down because maths. So at 13,000, 14,000, 15,000, 16,000, 16,500, because like an epilogue, a conclusion, an outro, whatever you want to call it, has to be written as well, because I was, as I said, deciding to shift it, and I went and rewrote the entire introduction. So I just decided not to write the outro until I'd finished it, because sometimes that's what works best. But I'm done, because it's gone 4 o'clock now. I'm tired. I do have a bit of a headache. My brain's dead, and I've been rewatching. I had The Mummy on in the background. Excuse the hair. I had The Mummy on in the background as something to watch or listen to while I was doing it. That wouldn't pull my focus away, but it was background noise because the music was starting. I was doing lo-fi music on YouTube, but it was just irritating me, and I don't know why, because normally it's perfectly fine. The watch can come off now because I'm sick of it. I might put pajamas on, I don't know. I want another cup of tea, and the plan was originally to journal, but I'm just too tired, so I might do that tomorrow. My brain's tired, so I might just curl up and read and finish the end of my film with a cup of tea. And yeah, that's it. Day 1's done. It's okay so far, I think.
Risk for that, I have an idea that's like calling to me in the very back of my brain.
That took longer than expected. Chapter 8 is just 1,999 words. That took much longer than expected. Yeah, a lot longer than expected. It was really good though, and it was really fun, and it was chapter 8. I can't remember if I said that or not. Chapter 8. It was really good, writing that from scratch and from randomness in my head. I think it kind of goes well with today as well, because as I said, I have no energy today. So yeah, a tea break and get stuck into chapter 9 and see if I can get this done before midday. I don't know, it feels like I might be able to make it. I'm not sure. Depends how. Yeah, it depends. It always depends. Let's see. Hi. I've finished. It's literally just midday. Like, I think it's either, well, it was just before midday when I came in to brush my teeth. And so it's probably just past midday now. I spent quite a few hours writing this morning. I tried to mix it up and tried to I should explain why I'm on the floor, but let's finish my sentence first. I decided to mix up my routine a little bit and try writing this morning, and then seeing how I was for the rest of the day. because like obviously right now my writing and editing is what is my priority, my number one priority in my days, and I just kind of thought, let's just blast it out and then see what's happening. So I finished writing that chapter. I came in to brush my teeth because my mouth felt gross, and I got a really bad sharp pain, and I've just like all the energy zapped out of me, so I'm just sat on my bathroom floor waiting for this this sharp bit of pain to pass. I thought I'd just fill you in and just have a little bit of I'm running a bath. I need a bath. I was going to skip it. I was contemplating a shower. I was contemplating skipping getting washed altogether, but I'm like, I need a soak in the bath. I might wash my hair and see how I feel after that. I'm done. I have no idea how many words I've written in total or in that chapter. It felt like a lot. I cried a lot in that chapter for chapter 9. I cried a lot, and I did think about recording it, but I'm not very comfortable with the whole crying on camera thing. I'm not against anybody doing it or anything like that. I'm personally not super comfortable doing that. I'm a private crier. I cried so much writing that. Not like sobbing crying, but you know, like tears streaming down your face crying, because what you're writing hurts and resonates at the same time and is so truthful to the situations that I've been in and the situations that I'm in now, and it's all still it's all still really relevant. And yeah, so sorry about the water in the background. I do not have any energy. I'm just being real with you. I do not have any energy to turn this off, my bath off, while I'm saying anything. I do not have the energy to get up right now, which is not good because it looks like my bath's filling up and I need to put cold water in. I'm still a little bit teary from writing that chapter. Sometimes the floodgates open. I'm gonna soak. I'm gonna see how I feel post bath, but the plans are no more writing. I'm either gonna read, maybe sit in the garden and read, or I'm going to edit a video and then read, or reading's involved clearly. I'm just gonna put on some cozy pajama loungewear that I have, and I'm just going to rest with I'm going to rest with what's left of my day now. So yeah, that's day two, Tuesday. It's going well, isn't it? Done, and we're still on point.